All right, let's just jump right in. We spend so much of our lives at our desks, right? But have you ever really stopped to think about whether that space is helping you or kind of secretly working against you? Well, today we're going to dig into a really powerful philosophy from Japan that can totally transform your workspace and help you get your focus back.
Go on. Take a look at your desk right now. No, seriously, do it. What do you see? Does it feel calm, like a command center for your best work, or is it more like a minefield of old coffee mugs, random papers, and who knows what else? Is this space a launch pad, or is it an obstacle course?
Yeah, for most of us, it's definitely the latter. We are living in a full-blown focus crisis. Our attention is just shattered by notifications on our screens and the actual physical clutter around us. And we try to just, power through it. But that feeling of being overwhelmed, of never really hitting that deep work stride, that's not a personal failure. A lot of the time, it's a direct result of the environment we're sitting in.
So what do? We look for another productivity app, another life hack. But what if the answer isn't about adding something new? What if it's about a complete shift in how we see things? A shift that's been around for centuries, rooted in Japanese wisdom that's all about creating clarity and purpose.
So this brings us to the Zen workspace philosophy. And I want to be super clear here. This is not just about tidying up. It's about being intentional, truly intentional, with every single thing in your workspace. And it's all built on three, beautiful and really powerful principles.
The very first principle is called Ma. Think of it as the art of empty space. You know how we always feel this need to fill every single gap, every shelf, every corner? Well, Ma teaches that the negative space, the nothingness, is actually just as important as the things in it. It's kind of like the silence between notes in a song. That's what gives the music its real power.
And this is incredibly practical. When you embrace empty space on your desk, you're not just cleaning. You're giving your brain a much-needed break from processing all that visual noise. It creates breathing room, Not just on your desk, but in your head. And that's where new ideas have a chance to actually pop up.
I love this way of putting it. Think about it. Clutter is just a pile of yesterday's decisions or decisions you haven't made yet. But empty space? That's pure potential. It's an invitation for what's next, for the great work you're about to do.
Okay, our second principle is kanso, and this is all about simplicity. You could call it the art of subtraction. It means looking at your workspace and asking one simple question: what can I take away? The whole goal here is to strip everything down to its most essential form, leaving you with an environment that's just clear and purposeful. You see, every single unnecessary thing on your desk is a tiny little decision your brain has to make, a distraction just waiting to happen. Where does this go? Should I file this now? By simplifying, you just eliminate all that mental static. Your important tools are right there. You're not searching, you're just doing. You're in control.
This quote just nails it. You don't get focused by just aiming for a simple desk. You get a simple desk because you first have a really clear idea of what you need to accomplish. Simplicity just becomes the natural result of having that kind of clarity.
And our third and final principle is shizen, which basically means naturalness. This is all about remembering that we're not robots, we're human beings, and we actually feel better when we're connected to nature. Shizen is all about breaking up those sterile, artificial office environments by bringing in some natural elements on purpose.
And hey, the benefits here are totally backed by science. We know that natural light boosts our mood and reduces stress. We know that even having one simple plant on your desk can improve the air you breathe and actually help you concentrate. It's such an easy way to make your workspace feel more human and less like a cell.
Okay, so we've got our three principles: Ma, Kanso, and Shizen. But this isn't just about making things look nice. When you apply these ideas, it literally changes how your brain works. So let's get into the science of how this actually rewires you for better focus.
So here's the bottom line. When your desk is cluttered, your brain is working overtime. It can't help it. Your visual system is trying to process everything it sees, not just the one document you're working on. Every one of those extra things in your peripheral vision is a tiny piece of information your brain has to deal with. That creates a high cognitive load and even raises stress hormones. But in a Zen space, the load is low. All that wasted mental energy is suddenly available for what really matters: deep, focused work.
All right, so the philosophy is great, the science totally makes sense, but how do you actually do it? How do you go from chaos to calm like right now? Let's get practical and actually create your own focus zone.
Forget about some huge weekend-long decluttering project. You can make a massive difference in just a few minutes with this super simple 3-step reset. This is something you can do at the start of every single workday or anytime you just feel that overwhelm starting to creep in.
Okay, step 1 is the clean slate. I mean everything. Laptop, monitor, your pens, all of it. Get it off the desk. This immediately creates that that powerful empty space. Step 2 is the essentials test. Look at that pile of stuff and ask, what do I need for this one task I'm about to do right now? Only those things get to come back. That is Kanso in action. And finally, step 3, the natural touch. Add back one simple natural element to practice Shizen. And that's it. It's really that simple.
So if there's one big idea to walk away with, it's this. Stop thinking of your workspace as just a passive table that holds your stuff. Start seeing it as an active tool. It can either be a tool that scatters your attention all over the place, or it can be a tool that sharpens your focus to a fine point, and you get to decide which one it's going to be.
And that's the question I want to leave you with. Look at your desk one more time. After everything we've just talked about, what is your current workspace really empowering you to do? And maybe more importantly, what will you change to empower the focus you truly want to have?